We are back in New York, and man, the weather is definitely different here than it is down south. So it's taken us a couple days to adapt. We are kind of getting situated in what you might call like a temporary place. Our good friend Jamie has let us stay here at his place. There's a little bit of a track here. It's absolutely beautiful here. So we have all the conditions to kind of continue our training program from Club MX before we head on up to our, well, I guess you would call our final destination here in New York, which is at Jamie's track, Diamondback Motocross, the ranch at Carlisle in Carlisle, New York. So that's where we're going to kind of be like staying and actually really putting the balance of our training program while we're up north. And then we're also really pumped to kind of report that we're going back, trying to find the right light here. We're going back to Club MX in June after the regionals, regardless as to what happens. If we make it in, if we don't make it in, we just absolutely love it there. So we're going to head back to Club MX after that. But we're really grateful and excited to have this beautiful place in New York as our homestead to train for a little bit. So this is kind of like a midweek. We want to take you through some of the chaos and how challenging it has been to honestly live this way, and make sure that we still have all of our ducks in a row and that we still are handling everything that we have to handle inside and outside of the training program. So this is what we're operating out of here, because this is where we're at. We don't have like an outside space yet, so we're kind of just rolling in and out and using everything that we have when we need it. So we got some bike maintenance to do today on both bikes. So the race bike, we have to change the oil and air filter, adjust the chain. On the practice bike, we have to swap seats because we haven't got our seat yet, haven't ordered our seat yet from Guts Racing, the regular seat without the bump. So on the practice bike, we have to change the oil, we have to do the filter, and I have to put on the top chain guide for the swing arm because we actually are just running through drive parts like crazy in the sand down south, and just the amount of hours we're putting on these the practice bike is wild. So we're going to do that today too. And then hopefully get some motos in. Got the race bike ready to do our maintenance on for today. Hopefully go on a little bike ride later, get some cardio in for our program, and then we got some work to do on the number 44 practice bike before we get out and kind of try to get some of the mud off of this amazing little track here. All right, so just taking this chain off here. I'm gonna try this, see if it'll drive the wheel this way. Just kidding. Yeah, so this is the practice bike here. We put so many hours on this bike at Club MX. We wore the chain guard down beyond flat, and then also right down here, right through. So it just started. So we got a new one somewhere over here from our bike sponsor, from Moroney's, and we're gonna throw this on here, and then we should be able to get her back going to do some motos today. All right, we got the new piece slid in there. Super nice. What was happening was actually someone, I can't remember who, but whoever it was in one of our videos pointed out that my back end in some of the rough stuff when it was swapping, it didn't look suspension related. Someone was like, I think your chain is too tight. So when I checked, I do my old 3 fingers right from the side here, make sure the chain is good. And I was like, no, my chain is fine. And then, same thing, like, nope, looks like your chain's too tight. So that's what kind of like led me to bring my attention to this chain roller. And, the difference here, if I can flip this, is wild. I mean, this thing was worn flat. So yeah, I was checking the chain tension properly, but not taking into consideration that this was not the right height. So now we're going to be all good. Chain will be adjusted well. Everything else is good. This bike is mint. I absolutely love this, the 23. And we're going to put some laps on today. How do you guys measure your chains? This is what I usually do. 3 fingers right from the end of the grip. You guys let me know what you guys do. All done, ready to go. I just got done with like the first 10-minute run of practice. We got so much rain and snow over the last few days, so it's the track was super slick at first, but it's starting to kind of come in nice. But I think that's because I took all of the mud that was on the track and I collected it under my fender and on the pegs and on the swing arm there. So we still have one of the first gifts we ever got from someone who hangs out with us on YouTube. We still have the throwback to Coolman777. Hope you're doing well if you're watching this. We use this mud scraper all the time, especially when we're back in New York. So I want to thank you for the gift. Go over to Coolman77's channel and give him a shout out. Tell him that Pat and Gina sent you. So just taking a little lunch break between motos. Gina filmed me for the first moto, the first 2 motos. So I'm just rocking on some giant New York grapes. Got a banana because I'm going out quick. And then also this, if you guys haven't tried it, and just, we've learned that this is an awesome source of kind of hydration, especially like midday or between motos. I was never really a fan of coconut water, but I don't know, it's pretty good. I think we picked it up at Walmart or something, but Harmless Harvest was like a really good choice. Not endorsed, just enjoy it. Yeah, what I'm finding here is in New York here, we're pretty much by ourselves out here. Different than Club MX where there's a program, and so now I'm trying to take the program and replicate it here with just, you know, myself and Gina, and very little accountability, just our own accountability really. And that's awesomely interesting because I have not been so great in the past with my own motocross accountability. And so, you know, really, I'll show you, I journaled every single day that I was at Club MX, what was going on, what the track was like, how I felt, what, you know, lap times, what Ben and Hayden, you know, all the trainers were saying, so that I could kind of replicate it to the best that I could until we go back there in June. But riding alone, it's very challenging because there's no one to push you but you. And I guess that's really good because in a moto, there's really no one to push you but you. Even if there's people around you, it's still, I've quit internally on a lot of motos, even though there was people around me that could have been pushing me, if you know what I mean. So I'm really out here trying to work on not quitting on my own kind of progress. So it's definitely been an interesting journey to come out here and ride these laps, and there's no break on this track at all. So like we talked about before, the cardio is just such a huge challenge, you know, to make sure that I can keep on going and going and going in a race setting. So we're gonna kind of finish these grapes up here, go out for one more moto, and we're gonna call it a day. So there you have it. We're grinding when we can, getting it in when we can. So grateful to be able to do motos here. So again, thank you to Jamie. The next time you see us, like some of the things that we have coming up, we're going to be right here at this amazing place, Diamondback Motocross up the ranch in Carlisle, New York, and putting in the kind of groundwork for the balance of our training up in New York before we go back to Club MX. We're also going to be really kind of driving the Road to Loretta's. We have a qualifier coming up at Southwick, which I'm really, really excited about. I'm terrified and also excited about. And we're also going to be heading out to Redbud for the Mid-East qualifier. So we'd love for you to come along with us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying it, and we will see you on the next video.